Hi guys, and welcome to the second tech Q&A session of this 2023, and I've decided to do these tech Q&A sessions 2 times in a month. So this is the end of the month for January, so because I'm getting a lot of questions, and this session is going to be very interesting. Not only the smartphone related questions, some EV questions, and also about that Bhar OS Android fork that is there. So a variety of questions that we'll handle, and the first question that I got is from Akhil. He's asking, what's your take on the Pixel 5G update situation? This is the Pixel 7, and I've started actually testing it with my primary SIM because many of you like that, re-reviews that I'm doing of a device after 5-6 months. So I put my SIM on this one, and still no 5G on this one, so still 4G. But the thing is that if you install the beta update on this one, you are getting 5G. So hopefully the 5G rollout should be pushed out. Some people asked Google and India, they said that the update will come in March, but I hope they push out the update in the February update, because the beta, the people who have installed beta on this one actually are getting 5G, and that's working fine. But officially, as of now, if you're using the regular build, no 5G as of now. And are you experiencing bad 4G network nowadays? Not a huge difference, but yes, I did notice that speeds are a little bit fluctuating now on 4G, and I think so they are pushing the 5G a little bit, because earlier, if you notice, I was using this S22 Ultra and I was getting 5G on this one. And what I'll do is, guys, I'll also link this phone and the S22 Ultra in the below. YouTube has started its new thing, we can tag products, so I'll tag this one so that you can check it out. Yeah, 4G, yes, slightly low it has become, but not huge difference, I would say. But yeah, definitely they're pushing 5G. That is a fact. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Amit. Samsung won't be launching the FE series anymore, and shelling out 80k is too much. What are the other options under 50,000? Amit, yes, looks like the Samsung FE series actually Samsung is now indirectly discontinued. That's the reason that you see that S22 FE we haven't seen it. S21 FE was the last one. I'm starting to see that, because that FE series was very good, but looks like Samsung has discontinued it. And what are the options around 50,000? I would say this Pixel 7, you can get it for about 51, 50, 52 or something with card offers or something like that. So I think so that's actually a good thing. So this is a very good smartphone, and overall it's a very nice smartphone. Again, wait for my re-review on this one. Hopefully by February first week or something, I'll post it out. So this is a very good option. If you don't care about the camera, then you can even get the Motorola Edge 30 Ultra. Yes, strictly not 50, slightly above that, but you can get it if a front-facing camera is not your highest concern. That's also an excellent smartphone. So these are the 2 picks that I have around that price band. Okay, anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Jayant. This is a TWS related question, and many of you have asked me about TWSs, similar question, so let's take this. He says, I'm curious as how much one could spend on wireless audio, that is TWS or headphones, given that an average user's lithium-ion battery life declines over time. To be honest, are they worth the price? My RM, that is Realme Buds A2, claimed 5 to 6 hours plus case, but after 2 years he's getting 3 years. Yes, that's you're very right, especially for TWSs. The battery life, I would say, realistically starts declining after 2.5 years, and after 3 years it declines like crazy. Even my AirPods, the original ones that are more than 3 years old, they almost stopped having any charge. Only 30 minutes I was getting after 3 years. Now my AirPods Pro also have become old, and I'm getting almost half the battery life I used to get. So definitely on TWSs, even high branded ones and stuff like that, yes, the battery life will decrease after 2.5 years, and after 3 years, even if you get half the claim battery life, you're lucky, because my original AirPods were just dying after 25 minutes. So that's a fact. That way, I would say the headphones do a lot better, because I have some premium headphones. The XM3s are now pretty old. Had an old Bose QC25. On those, the battery actually lasted a lot better compared to the TWS. But you're right. Think of when you're buying any TWS, think of it as that you will have to actually upgrade after 3 years. Keep that into mind, and then look at the price. Can you justify it or not? That's my frank opinion. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Ryan. He is asking, Pixel 6a or Moto Edge 30 or Samsung Galaxy S21 FE, which one would you prefer under 35,000? I actually like the Galaxy S21 FE. My actually wife uses it. But what I've noticed is now, I don't know when it happened, but during the last couple of updates, now the camera performance used to be stellar on the S21 FE, has decreased quite a bit. So I'm not liking that on the S21 FE. So if camera is a high priority, I would say you can get a Pixel 6a. That's overall a very, very good smartphone. And if you really don't care about the camera, you like that sleekness and all those things, then Moto Edge 30 is also a very good phone. It's a very practical phone. It's just that the camera, yes, it can't stand in front of the Pixel 6a's camera. Let's be frank about it. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Hanok. Would you suggest going for a Nexon EV Max now or wait for brands to launch new models? This is a car about a car question. This is about electric car. I own the Nexon EV Max and now have driven it about close to about 4,000 kilometers already, and I'm very, very satisfied with the product, what it offers. Yeah, the thing is that yes, we will be seeing a lot of electric cars. But the thing is that I don't think so. As of now, Tata has a replacement for the Nexon EV Max. They have the Tiago, which is a smaller electric car, and I've also heard that the Altroz, hatchback, will also come in the EV sometime. They'll launch this year. We don't know the exact timing, but it's supposed to be launched. So you can have a look at that. Then Mahindra has launched an electric car also. But again, I was looking at all the specs and features. It doesn't stand in front of the Nexon EV Max for all the features that the Max is giving. So these are the options right now. So way down, what do you have? And I see a lot of Nexon EVs on the road now. Every day when I go out, I see 5-6 of them. So it's become pretty common. And that's a good thing also. When I think so the Nexon EV series has sold over 50,000 units now, and it's pretty popular now. So even spares and all those things will be easy. So yes, I am particularly happy with this. But yes, we know that in the market now, the EVs are catching up. So all manufacturers will be releasing quite a bit of EVs. Tata, as I've told you, is going to release a bunch of them. Then Maruti, I think so in 2025, they are hinting something will come out. So yes, you can look at it. But if you want right now, I'm pretty happy with the Nexon EV Max. If I have to give it a rating, 10, let's say it's the max, I will give it a very high rating of 9. That much I am satisfied. Yes, it's not perfect, but overall I would say if your daily run is less than 200 to 220 kilometers in a day, you can easily go with the Nexon EV Max. It gives me a realistic range of 300 kilometers. Ranges from 280 to 320 kilometers. The average is about 300 kilometers that I get realistically. So look at that and decide. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the car, and I think so the price of the base Nexon EV Max, they have released a new version also that's significantly actually priced well compared to the Lux Plus variant, so you can check that out also. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Mayur. Hi Ranjit, this is a home theater question. So I want to take that because I am actually have built a home theater. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that. Hi Ranjit, what's your view on premium soundbars like the Sony HT-A3000 or the HT-5000? Looking to buy it soon. I would say if your home theater is a proper home theater dimensions, go with the A5000 series and make sure. What I've noticed is that A5000, which is the premium soundbar from Sony, the subwoofer that they're giving with that one is the base variant in the package. If you're buying SW3, the SW3 is actually not that powerful subwoofer. So if you really want that home theater oomph, you can go with the setup, but go with the subwoofer that is SW5. Yes, you'll have to pay extra, but that's a far more powerful subwoofer. And for movies and stuff, you require a very good subwoofer. Currently, I'm actually using my old Samsung Atmos soundbar, and just yesterday I had just placed it in my new home theater setup to see if it can handle that room, and I was surprised. I'm still blown away with the sound output it is giving. So as of now, I'm not looking for an upgrade. Eventually I might do it. The good thing with the Samsung was that I've seen that when I bought it, it was 1,20,000 or something. But I've seen that sometimes when they launch a new model, they reduce the price of the older models, and it was available to sale for about 90,000. And for that price, it's actually a steal, I would say, still. But yeah, you can even have a look at the Sony HT A5000. But the HT 5000 with the SW5 subwoofer and everything might cost you close to almost 2 lakhs. 1,95,000 or 2 lakhs or something. So just be aware of that. I didn't personally test the Sonos system. I think so if you go with the Sonos system also, Sonos Arc with that sub and 2 back satellite, it might also cost you about 2.1 to 2.2 lakhs. So that's the ballpark we are looking at if you want a Atmos soundbar, the higher end ones. So that way, I would say I'm still happy with my Samsung one, because considering the price, what I paid, you're getting actually a lot. I didn't actually test out the latest version of that soundbar that came out about 4-5 months ago. The one that I have is almost about 2 years old. Anyways, moving to the next one. Again, a home theater related question. What was the budget for your home theater and the gadgets that are being used? Please also make a video about that when fully furnished. Okay, I haven't calculated the total budget, but I'm actually trying to reuse a lot of stuff that I already have. For example, as I've told you, I didn't go out and buy a new AVR setup or a new Atmos soundbar because the old Samsung one is doing. For example, I already have a 75-inch TV that is going to go back there, so I'm not buying new stuff for the heck of it. Yes, I'm going to purchase a projector. I have an old projector, just a test projector. I've just put it for testing, but yes, I will be getting a new fancy projector. I think so that's one expense. Then yes, projector screens and other stuff like that. Again, I'll try to make a video about it when it's completed. But I'm trying to actually reuse whatever stuff I have. I'm just not going out and buying all the new stuff. Anyways, what is this? This is by Wasim. He's asking, planning to replace my 3-year-old ROG 3, that's Asus ROG gaming smartphone. I've stopped gaming and want a decent, good processor, camera and battery backup, non-gaming phone. Do you think the Nothing is the right choice? Budget is around 30,000 plus or minus 5,000. You can go with the Nothing Phone 1. It's overall actually pretty decent phone, and you can also have a look at the Pixel 6a at this price point. I would say these are the two pretty strong smartphones in this price range that have actually clean Android experience without a lot of bloatware and ads. The Moto Edge 30 is also a good one, but again, if camera is not your highest concern. This is by Aditya. Hello Ranjit, hope you are doing good. My question is related to automobile sector. Due to increase in sales of cars and a lot of traffic, what would you suggest to someone who's aged around 50 years, a manual transmission or an automatic? Aditya, I would definitely say go for an automatic, because in traffic, driving an automatic is way more easier than a manual car. In fact, I would say in 2015 or 16, we migrated from all our manual cars to automatic cars. Now in our house, all the cars are automatic, and we couldn't be happier, I would say. It's way more easier to drive it in the traffic. And now the automatic cars have become pretty good. In terms of mileage also, there's not a huge difference compared to a manual one. So definitely, if you're buying a new car, go with the automatic. That's my frank opinion. In fact, the world is going to move to electric vehicles. Eventually, in next 5-6 years, it will become very, very common, and all electric vehicles are also automatics. Anyways, moving to the next one. This is by Nishant. Which brand of smartphone with 8 Gen 2 are you looking forward to? I see a lot of videos these days in India with 8 Gen 2 chips, but mostly they are imported from China, so not sure about the performance. I feel like upgrading from the Snapdragon 870 to 8 Gen 2 now. Yes, Nishant, we'll be seeing a lot of smartphones with 8 Gen 2 now. Almost every flagship will be like that. If you look at immediate launches, the Samsung S23 series, S23 Ultra, etc. will be having the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's going to be launching just tomorrow, so we'll know the details. So just hope, let's wait and see. I will be going to Bangalore actually. Samsung India is having an event in Bangalore that is coinciding. Simultaneously, they're going to stream with the global event. So hopefully I'll get my hands on that and try to post initial impressions. I hope we'll also get to know the pricing by tomorrow. Let's keeping the fingers crossed. So that is one smartphone you can look at. OnePlus is also coming with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and yes, if you can wait for some time, there'll be a lot of Motorola is also going to come out with a smartphone with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and again, as it's Motorola, it'll be clean stock Android experience. This is by Doctor. Hey Ranjit, he has two questions. First question is, a phone with very good software, given a choice, what would I actually pick? Very interesting question. First choice is a phone with very good software but late software updates, well optimized though. Second, half baked software with the regular update cycle. Definitely I will go with the first choice. A phone with very good software that is late with updates but fully optimized. Because the thing is that, why would you want to go with second half-baked software experience? A phone is such an important thing. If it's half-baked, your communications can get hampered. Some apps will not work properly. It might crash. It might do reboot. So it's like getting a car which always every second day breaks down, and you have to go to the mechanic every week. Would you like to have that reliability of a car, or a car that you have just works, and once in 6 months you have to go to the service center? What would you prefer? Definitely, I would prefer the more reliable car. And that's the same case even in the, smartphone that I want. I want a reliable smartphone. Maybe the updates come a little bit late. I don't care. But again, it has to be rock solid updates. This is by Hari Krishna. Sir, should I buy the Samsung Note 10 now for around 25,000K instead of any latest mid-range smartphone at the same price? I'm looking for a phone with best camera and fastest processor. Hari Krishna, I will not recommend you to buy the Samsung Note 10 Plus now, because one of my cousins, actually, if you follow my other channel, the Geekyranjit Rides and Blogs, Vivek, my cousin, actually has the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and now the phone is not getting the latest Android updates. It's not going to get the Android 13 update also. It's end of the life already, and he told that now the battery life on this phone has also reduced quite a bit because it's a pretty old phone. So yes, to cut the story short, it's almost end of the life, and it's not going to get major Android version updates also now. Yes, security update, he told he did get it about 2 months ago. So security updates, you are getting it, but no major Android updates, and it's end of the life. So I will not recommend that. Instead of that, yeah, you should go for a proper latest mid-range Android phone. You can get the Nothing phone for about 25,000, the Moto Edge 30 as I've told you, or you can put a little bit more if you want that pure experience from Google. The Pixel 6a also makes a lot of sense. So I will not recommend this Samsung Note 10 Plus now. Okay, this is the last question. Let's take this. This is an interesting one. This is by Pradu. He's saying, how do the new Google Android policies affect the Android phone in India? Does the introduction of Bhar OS has to do anything with these policy changes? Yes, if you recall, the government of India, competition, whatever, had fined Google, and they have told them to make changes to Android. And they have actually, Google has now made a lot of changes to Android. In fact, now, with many of the new Android smartphones that will be coming in India, you will have a choice what kind of, let's say all the Google apps will not be installed. And even if they're installed, let's say maybe you don't use the Google Calendar, or maybe you don't use Google Maps, you'll be able to uninstall it. Right now, the Google apps that are pre-installed on the phone, you cannot uninstall it, even though if you might not be using it. So that option is there. And also, manufacturers, let's say Samsung doesn't want to bundle a particular, app or make the default search to Google search, they can actually change it. So it is offering a lot more flexibility to Android smartphone manufacturers, and I would say that's a good thing in a good way. I would say so. Again, let's say you don't like Google Maps, you prefer something else, so you will be able to install it. It won't come pre-installed. In fact, even Play Store with the new Android that will come, that will be coming in upcoming smartphones in India, manufacturers have the option not to give Google Play Store, but gives us a different Play Store. I don't know how good that is from a security point of view, but yeah, manufacturers now will be having that much more freedom. So Google cannot dictate, okay, if you want Android, you have to give all these Google apps or something like that. So in that way, it is offering a lot more choices. But again, I would say as a user, you have to be now a little bit more careful. What types of apps do you install? From which sources do you install? Yes, it's a good thing that third-party app stores are being opened, but what about security on that? So that's also a question. So it's a two-way-edged sword. It's a nice thing, I would say. So Google can't dictate, okay, if you want to sell a phone with Android, you have to bundle all these apps. You can't uninstall, a user also can't uninstall it. So that way, things will be changing very soon in India. In fact, we should be seeing that in new Android smartphones that will be launching very, very soon. And about the Bhar OS, it's getting a lot of hype. This is nothing. This is nothing but just a fork of Android open source project. If you don't know, just Google AOSP, you'll get an idea what is this. So it's nothing, just a fork of that. They have just taken that and just stripped out Google's built-in apps and all those things, change a few thumbnails here and there, put wallpaper, change a little bit of UI, and they're calling it a new OS. So it's not, Bhar OS is nothing a new revolutionary OS or something. It's still Android. It's just a fork, I would say, Android AOSP fork. So if you just Google about Android OSP, you'll know a lot more about that. Anyways, guys, that's it for now for this tech Q&A session. Again, we'll be doing this tech Q&A session, I think so after first week of in February or something. By that time, the OnePlus, the new Samsung S23 series, etc., all will be launched, and we'll have a lot more detail. In fact, I should be able to have the Galaxy S23 series by that time in my hand, so I'll be able to answer a lot more questions on the S23 series, because you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about that. I just didn't want to speculate without actually handling those devices in my hand. So again, guys, stay tuned for that and take care, guys. See you later. Bye bye.